For as long as my species can remember, we were slaves. Not in the way you're probably thinking. We were never chained, never given collars, never forced into cages. No. Instead, we were merely forced to provide anything another species wanted from us. Not because we were physically weak. We're one of the most physically powerful races in the galaxy. Not for lack of military might. We have one of the largest fleets anyone has ever seen. Not for any of a dozen reasons you might think. No. We were slaves because of our physiology. When we do something we know is wrong, it directly affects our nervous system. Most of the time it's small, just a twinge in the back of all three of our heads. But when we're thinking of a lie, our nervous system goes into overdrive, causing splitting headaches. And if we actually go through with it, we pass out at best. Somehow, possibly because of the need to formulate it, lying to us is more painful than killing someone, if we have a reason. Now, you can probably guess how easy this makes us to use. Can you fix our ship? Of course we can. Can you install a planet cracker onto the civilian transport if we promise not to hurt anyone with it? Sure we can. Sounds challenging. Do you need payment? Not technically, I guess. Could you terraform a planet for free? You get the idea. Even if we tried working around it, it didn't work. Other species had the advantage. They could manipulate us any way they wanted, just asking more and more specific questions, or lying themselves. It got so bad we were considering a no communication policy, complete blackout and destruction of any ships to enter the system, because even destroying an entire ship was less painful to us than lying, as long as we justified it. Until a new species happened to crash on our planet. A red-haired human walked next to what looked like a four-armed, three-headed bear centaur twice its height, looking around in awe as a herd of technicians began work taking apart and refitting his ship. Several new engines being hauled in to replace the partially melted hunks of metal that were once his. I wonder how close I was to being space dust. In exactly 13 hours, your core would have reached its theoretical limit. If the schematics we scanned are correct, you wouldn't have even known you were dead when it happened. Oh, I appreciate all this, Yogi, but you know I was kidding when I asked if you could give my whole ship an overhaul, right? The bear looking down at him as they headed towards an office. We asked if you needed help, and you answered. Our jokes are different from most other species. Huh. Okay, well, what kind of payment do you need? None. The human's surprised at the instant answer. You're not doing this for free. You asked, I answered, and we are now. The human rubbed his head until he stopped in his tracks. Hey, just testing something here. What would be the easiest way to destroy this spaceport? If you take lift 324 levels down to the inversion core and set it... Okay, stop. You can't lie, can you? The larger man nodded his head. That is correct. Our nervous systems punish us for any stated fallacy, even lies of omission. We've experimented with tech to dull our nervous systems, and it somewhat works, but requires more tech than most of us can carry, and is extremely unpleasant. Most races take advantage of us, as you are now. The human suddenly turned sullen, then brightened up. So, all you need to do is dull your nervous system, right? Yes. Well, buddy, it's your lucky day. Not only do I have something to pay you with on board, I think our species are gonna become best friends. So, mere months after these humans achieved FTL, they made their first interstellar friends, and we gained a much more insulting but welcome reputation among the other species as drunken liars, though the humans still maintain we're the most honest people out here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with a clan matriarch, and a bottle of alcohol just cleared for import. The humans call it Everclear. Hopefully it's a bit stronger than the beer we've had so far.